Hi, this is Dennis Fassett, the Cashflow Mercenary, back in my mercenary groove today. Welcome to Cashflow Mercenary TV. Today I want to talk to you about one house, and not to be confused with the one house that I talk about in my two-day seminar that's coming up in it next month, but no, I want to talk to you about one crappy house. And when you talk to most investors that do buy and hold like I do, that have been at it for any period of time, and had more than a couple of houses, you're going to find out that they've owned at one time, or maybe they still own one crappy house. It's always like that. I've got one. Everybody I know has got one. The cool thing is that in the past with the real estate market, if you bought a crappy house, you could always get out of it pretty easily. Maybe not make a lot of money, but you could get out of it. Well, that's not the case anymore. I mean, my crappy house is down 45% in value. Again, I made so many mistakes on this house, it was ridiculous. I didn't know what I was doing, like most people that were getting started, so did the best I could. I bought a medium house in the very best neighborhood in a really crappy city. So, I made all the mistakes. So they didn't know anything when I got started. And I've been played with it ever since. And it's taken, not that I haven't been able to keep it rented, it's rented now, and I had about a month and a half of vacancy this year with it because it turned over. But for the most part, though, I've been able to keep it rented with a lot of extra work. So, it's just a constant reminder of how you ought to do things right. Now, the point I'm trying to make is that there's a way to avoid making the one crappy house mistake. And that is, go get some training if you're just getting started. And I know that people are reluctant to spend a couple $100, but I'm going to tell you right now, just if I would have known then what I knew now, I would have gladly paid several $1,000s for training if I could have avoided buying this one crappy house. And again, I'm going to end up doing fine. It's a long-term hold, and it'll be fine. But it's just the pain when it turns over. I get the tenants aren't the tenants that I usually like to get, and it's just a little bit more work. So my advice is go get trained. And my second piece of advice is go get trained from somebody in your local market that knows what they're doing there. I don't care if you're in Anchorage, Alaska, New Orleans, or Los Angeles. There are people in your area that know how to do rental properties, whether it's single family or multifamily rental properties, and go find out from them how to do it right. There's a lot of national guys selling training right now. I know that there's one guy in particular, a huge name guy that's got a get together in Phoenix coming up that a lot of people are excited about going to. And those are great, and there's good information in those as well, but you're not going to find out specifically, tactically, how to start the next day going out and buying properties. And honestly, I don't care if you're in this area, Michigan, southeastern Michigan, whether you take the training from me or not. I just want you to go get some training from somebody, because it'll shorten the learning curve incredibly for you. Now, if you do want to take my seminar, it's coming up in October. You can find that on my website, there's a link around here somewhere. Take a look at it. But the point is, go get trained. Go save yourself the headache of getting the one crappy house like a lot of the other investors do. This is Dennis Fassett, the Cashflow Mercenary, wishing you a happy Friday, and look forward to talking to you again next week.